everybody, I'm Steph.
Howdy, I'm Michael.
And we're going to check out Old West Empresario today.
That's right.
Oh my god. This needs to stop.
Howdy. Howdy, Scott. So yeah, this is as close as I have to Western, I think. So, you know, it's as good as it gets. Not even a cowboy, not even a real cowboy hat.
It's a fake. So. It's a fake cowboy hat. It's a wannabe adventure.
It's a wannabe adventure hat.
That's right. All right, well,
let's play Old West Empresario
it plays
for Western Night. 2
to 4 players.
Right, from TMG. 45 to 60 minutes, it says. So
I reckon it's high noon.
I reckon. No high noon.
No high noon.
No.
Oh my goodness.
So let's go ahead. Yeah. So dice drafting.
Yeah.
Tile placement.
City building.
Tile placement. City building. All of this good. Building activation.
Yeah.
All of those are really good mechanisms.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep, and I think that they have tied all of those in a really fun game. Oh, unique player abilities and end game bonuses, like awards that you can pick up as you go through the game. And if
I didn't even know these were double-sided. But
yeah, so there's a standard side, and so everyone has the standard side, which they all look the same. They all have this. I mean, they all look different. They all have the same abilities. Or you can play with the actual individuals here.
I think that's what we're doing,
and
right?
that is indeed what we are doing.
Because that's the one I picked.
So you better hope.
You better hope that's what I did.
So yeah.
Cool, let's take a look.
Let's take a look. Dice tray not included.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, since we had dice, I was like, hey, let's find a cool dice tray for this. And we're like...
We picked the train one.
Yeah, we picked the train for the Western Nights. Plus, you can actually see... So we tried the yellow dice tray with the black... the black lining in it. And it looked like the little... Everything, the background looked like the pips. Because it's yellow things on the black background. And so... But this you should be able to see fairly well. So there's the supply in the city that we are going to build our towns with. Each of us has started off with a town hall. And whenever you put a new tile into your city, you're going to put it face down like this. This means it's under construction. I've got 2 tiles under construction, a saloon and a carpenter. Steph has an undertaker face down. So yeah, that's a mean tile. I thought you didn't like being mean.
Well, the other ones I couldn't really do. So.
Oh, because you needed to activate them.
Well, it's because I needed points to activate.
And you don't have points.
And I don't have any points.
You don't have points.
So I need to figure out ways to make you miserable, I guess.
So my player ability, I start with 6 gold instead of 3. 6 coins, actually.
That's a lot.
And so Steph has 3. And I start with 2 tiles out of 6 instead of 1 out of 3. So I got to choose from 6.
That was really good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
However, as of now, my player ability is done for the game.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Your player ability...
When using leftover die, I may activate 1 additional building with the same activation number. But we'll get into what that means. So
with that leftover die, do you just activate 1 building? I thought it was all of your buildings, but maybe not.
From this, I'm.
Let me see. End of the round. Yes, you can activate 1 of your building tiles with the leftover. That's what it is. So anyway, you notice that there's 5 dice here. We're going to roll this at the start of the turn. Steph got start player, so she's going to take one of these dice, and she is going to draft it. Optionally, she can pay a coin 1 time to adjust the die value up or down 1. 1 to 6 rollover does happen, so you can spend a coin to make a 1 a 6 or a 6 a 1 as well. So, Mr. Sock does not have a hat. However, he is around. He's around here somewhere. He's currently sleeping. according to the die value that Steph drafts, she can claim a tile from that column. So she could take this 4 and take one of these from the 4 column, or she could pay a coin and maybe take the stuff from the 3 column. Or she can discard a tile from that column for income. Or she could activate her town by activating everything that matches that number. Now, our town halls activate on any number. You can pay a coin to build one of your buildings that is under construction, or you can get a coin. So that's sort of nice. When I get something like this saloon built, I activate this with a 4, then every time I have, I believe it's a distillery around, I will get a coin. No, actually, it's anything.
It's anything, but distiller gets you +1.
No, the distillery gets me +1 per adjacent saloon.
Is it point or coin +1?
It looks like +1 point. +1 point.
I think it's a point. Yeah.
There is, victory point. So there's a really super handy guide on the back of the rules.
Every freaking game needs this.
Are so well done.
It's easy to understand. It's easy to look things up.
It's really good. So now, whenever you activate your town, you're going to activate every building with that number on it if you want to activate those buildings.
So if I had a whole bunch of 6s and there's a 6 out here, I could grab that, use it, and activate all the 6s.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, whenever you are changing in a discarding one of these buildings for gold, you're going to take 3 gold. So that's really useful. So after you finish your turn, then the next player get a chance. And so we're going to go back and forth for 2 dice. There's going to be 1 die left over in which both of us can activate 1 building in our town. We can't activate everything with that number, but you can activate 1 building in your town. And the town hall is always going to give you $1, so you're going to get something
at least
out
something,
of it.
even if you don't build.
Exactly. Now, each building can be activated 1 time per turn. Not 1 time per round, but 1 time per turn. So I could activate that town hall 3 different times. Once on one number, on 1 die, once on another die, and once on the leftover die.
It's a lot. You can get a lot of buildings, but you need to have the money, which you do, and all that stuff.
I have tons of cash. So, yes.
It's also good to build up your town. So you might not want to activate it 3 times.
Now, you can't use the leftover die to discard. You cannot use the leftover die to put one of these things in the supply into your city as a building under construction. You can only use it to activate.
Yeah, I was going to say you can't do that.
Hey, thanks for following, Dimthar.
Thanks for following.
So, at any time, if you satisfy the conditions of one of these wanted cards over here, there are gold and silver levels, which are actually the same with the exception of the number of victory points that you get for completing them. First person to get it done gets either 4 or 5 for these, and if you are the second person to get it, it's 2 or 3. So for this goal, we're trying to have an empty space surrounded by constructed buildings. On this one, you want a town hall surrounded by constructed buildings, and this one you want $10 or more. Hey, looks like I'm well on the way to that.
These are random. These
are indeed random. There are
a bunch more.
Quite a lot of other characters and other of these wanted goals.
Yeah.
Both gold and silver. Basically, you shuffle up the silver ones, deal out 3 at random, and then go find the matching gold ones.
Yeah.
So.
And that keeps it, you're doing things differently each time.
Absolutely. So. The game ends when any player has constructed 15 buildings in their town, or the supply of population tokens has become exhausted. That happens less frequently. In a 2-player game, we've got 30 of these tokens. They look like little people. They're so cute.
That's really cute.
They are adorable.
Yeah.
And there are tons of different types here. There's also a 5 token. Let's see if I can find one of them. because we don't need them in our game because we have plenty of tokens. If for some reason you ever needed to trade up, it's got like one of each of the dudes on this token.
So good.
A little 5-point token. So the more people who live in your town, the better, obviously.
Yeah.
So these are population tokens. They are basically sheer victory points. You can trade them in for coins. You can trade the coins in for more victory points, all depending on the buildings that you have here. Or if the tile supply has run out. And they also include a handy-dandy score pad. Oh, I forgot to mention, it's 2 dice per player plus 1.
Yep.
So if there were 3 people playing, we'd have 2 more dice. 4 people playing.
There's a score sheet right there.
2 more dice.
Show it, but you mentioned it.
I did indeed mention it. So you can see
that.
that
Looks like I won
Steph
the first
killed me
game.
on that. Well, not kill, but you know, she.
It's been a while since we played.
It's been a minute.
You didn't even remember that we played it.
I didn't even remember. But when I see the interactions, I'm like, oh yeah, I know. I remember this game.
It wasn't hard.
No, not hard at all. If there are no columns with a die left when you are choosing something, you can still choose the die. You can still activate your town as normal. You can still take income, discarding nothing. You can still pay to change the die to another value. So I think that just when you build a building, when you claim a tile, do you immediately refresh? That's the only thing I can't remember.
I don't think so. I think it's only at the end of the round.
Take one of the 2 tiles. Stock icon. End of round. If you claim a tile and there's no tiles left to replace it, leave it empty. Maybe you do. When an effect lets you build a building, take an unbuilt face-down tile in your town, turn it face up. When claiming a tile, follow the same procedure outlined above as if you were claiming the tile with your turn option. Oh, here it is. Immediately replace the claim tile with a new one from the box lid.
Okay.
So the only time that these should run out is when the stack runs out, which does not happen often, especially in a 2-player game. Yeah. All right, that's pretty much
so
it.
I do have some questions about what's out here. So
yes.
Before you put it all away.
I have this handy-dandy guide. It's so well laid out.
Yeah.
There's an effect, and there's the scoring. And the iconography is rather good.
So for the green buildings.
The green buildings. Those are the native settlements. Is what the ones with the saw on it are built automatically when claimed, which are all of the native settlements. The ones with the arrowhead on it, they activate once immediately when claimed and never again.
Okay, so it is. So I'm like that's really good, but there's no number on it, so I figured I probably couldn't activate it. And then you're right. So you just when you build it, you get it.
You get the effect.
And then you get points if it's in a group of 3, I guess.
You get 4 victory points if you have or are tied for the largest orthogonally contiguous group of native settlements.
I see.
If we tie, we're both getting 4 VP for it. So let's talk about some of the other ones. The Undertaker that Steph has one under construction. She's going to bury me with it, I think.
You can show it if you want.
Sure. It's the nice side. Collect 1 VP token. And opponents discard $1 if they can. And scoring -1 VP per adjacent building. So that's a little dangerous.
It is. And I'll probably end up losing 3 points for it, but if I can activate it more than 3 times...
The distillery and the saloon key off of each other, pretty much. The distillery, you pay $1 for 2 victory point tokens, and you score 1 VP per adjacent saloon. Now, adjacent, if they don't say it, and this did, we had to go look, we've had to research this a couple of different times, I remember. Adjacent means orthogonally adjacent unless it specifically says including diagonally. What some of those do.
The picture is pretty clear too. But,
yeah. Well, it is for this, but not for these.
Yeah, not for that.
So that's what I was, wondering on that. So with saloons, collect $1 for each adjacent constructed building and 1 VP per adjacent distillery at the end. So they sort of want to be next to each other. Obviously, distillery makes the alcohol, the saloon drinks the alcohol, and you're good to go. The mine, I bet you can't guess what that does.
Money.
$2. And it's 2 VP if adjacent to an inn, which is pink. And also gives you 1 VP per adjacent distillery.
Nice.
Let's see. We've got this, which is the monument. It's pretty much 1 VP per constructed civic building. Those are all the white buildings, including itself. What else we got here? We got churches. Pay $1 to activate a building in your town. And remember, you cannot activate a building twice in a turn. So if you have other things that activate in a fort, no, those aren't going. But you can pay a coin to activate a different die value building. And 1 VP per adjacent empty space, and 1 VP per adjacent carpenter, which are brown. Oh, hey, speaking of carpenters, here's the carpenter. Guess what it'll let you do? Build for free instead of the town hall.
That's really nice. I think I had that in my first game.
And it gives 1 VP per adjacent church. Remember, it likes churches, and churches like carpenters.
Yep. And
plus 4 VP if it's completely surrounded with 8 constructed buildings. So it likes to construct things around it. And remember, it's completely surrounded. So that is on all 8 sides. What else we got that we have not done? We already spoke about the native settlements. They each have their own little power there. This one in particular is collect a VP token and you may build a building. Let's see. We have the warehouse. This is not warehouse 13, but
it's warehouse 1.
It's warehouse 1. The warehouse is actually a white building. And it will give 3 VP for each set of oil, cotton, and rail icons that you have in your town. That's really good if you have a variety of stuff.
I did have a question about the rails. Is there something that...
Well, I'm about to say. You might have noticed these little icons in the corner. That one is rails. This one is cotton. So at the end of the game, those are going to be worth some points. The rail is 1 VP for each rail in your largest contiguous group. Cotton is 1 VP per group of at least 1 cotton, meaning you want them to be all over but not touching. And oil is 1 VP per oil if you have the most oil. Otherwise, it's 1 VP per 2 oil.
So cotton wants to be all over the place. Rails want to be next to each other?
Next to each other, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think cotton comes from mines.
You don't know.
It's true.
All right, so I go first. First.
Except we haven't rolled yet.
Oh, I thought you rolled that.
No, I did not. Now, there are other cards that have not yet come out, like the Inn. Pay $1 and a victory point token to claim a tile from the column that equals the activation number of the inn. And you get a VP per adjacent native settlement. Oh, you have the Native Affairs office, too. And it basically gives you 1 victory point for each native settlement tile in your town. So they like to be, have a lot of those around. And look how many that we've got. I mean, there's a lot out right now.
This is a white building for purposes of that.
Is a white. Yes, it is. Yeah. The native settlements are green buildings. That's why it's got a little green square on there.
Yeah, and it's outlined in green.
Yep. So, we do have 2 draw piles here. They are, you got 1 stack here, and then there's another stack right behind it when those run out. And so we're going to just build right off the top. We can indeed see the one that's available. It doesn't help to turn them over to keep the stack turned over because they can still see what's about to be built. So, that you can actually use the information to prepare for what's coming out. All right, I think it pretty much does it. Do you want to roll as first player? Nope, I rolled it. How about a bunch of 6s, 5s, and 4s?
It's terrible.
Not what I wanted to see, I'll be honest with you.
Wow.
That's all this up here. Not what I wanted to see.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Well, I'm going to take the 4 and take
Well,
this.
that's so rude.
And it's already built.
It's already built. And you have to place it next to your town hall.
Well, can't. Oh, because it's not built.
It's not built. You have to construct it
So
first.
I get a point. Whee!
And then you can build a building.
Sure.
Now you can build it. So yeah, now you have an undertaker.
Yep.
Well, I better take that 6 away from you, I'm thinking.
No.
Yes, because I don't want to lose what... I don't want to lose that. So, yeah.
So, no.
So, yeah.
No.
So, yeah. Well, that gives me 2 gold. I mean, I can't really turn that down, can I?
Yes.
No.
So these are set for 2 players?
These are set for 2 players.
And if we run out of points, then
they
it
are
also triggers?
not limited, but yes, it does trigger.
Okay.
It goes to the end of the round, which is this batch. Yeah, so yeah, 6 for sure. Ta-da.
Ta-da.
I am going to get a victory point, and I believe that is 2 gold for me.
For me?
For me. And we refreshes with, oh, that is a courthouse. The courthouse, 1 VP for each tile with a specific activation number, whatever you choose. If you choose all of your 1s, then you'll get 1 for each of those.
Not good. I don't like this. And I can only spend to change this to a 6 or a 4. I can't spend it to... I can't spend $1 to make... I can't spend $2 to make that.
That is correct. You cannot.
Yeah, it's not good.
Much to my dismay as well.
And you think my ability is 1 additional building with the same activation number? It can't be the same building, I suppose.
When using the leftover die, you can activate 2 buildings with the same activation number. 1 additional. Additional meaning not the one you did.
Alright, well, I'll just take that.
That looks really good.
$2, please. And a point. I'll take it.
Bringing up the carpenter. Well, that's not fun for me. I am going to ditch the Native Affairs office. So sorry, but not
nice
really.
Hat.
Why, thank you. That gives me $3 and the first goal right here.
What?
I'm sitting on $11.
Now, do you take the 4 points from here, or is that separate?
Take the 4. I assume it's separate.
I also assume, but I figured I'd ask. Hey, thanks for following.
Woohoo, E. Hedgeland. Fairly sure, yeah. It's you may claim the card. Take the gold first if it is available. Otherwise, take the silver. They are worth points at the end of the game. So claimed.
Okay.
All right, now we can both activate a 5.
I guess I get a coin because nothing to build.
I guess I am going to pay a coin to build because I can. I'm not dying for money anymore, so how about a carpenter?
Okay.
So for a 1, I can pay 2. I can pay 1 coin and build 2 things on a 1. That seems really good.
We're never gonna roll a 1.
That's probably true. It's probably true. Well, we did not trigger the end. We actually need to put this out. Oh, it looks like a well, maybe? What'd that do?
1 point for each building adjacent to it.
Adjacent constructed, including diagonal.
It's pretty good.
Seems really good. Round 2, ding ding. I think. There's nothing else to do at the end of a round.
Pass the first player, maybe?
Yes. First, check to see if any player has 15 constructed buildings, or the population token supply is exhausted, or the tile supply is run out. If not, roll the die. The dice. We did not indeed roll a 1.
Are you allowed to alter the final die with a money?
I don't know. I don't. You may not plus minus 1 the leftover die. 'Tis correct.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What's
oh
no weirdness?
What?
I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. You know what? I don't like a lot of this stuff.
There were no hipsters in the West.
There were no hipsters in the Old West.
You don't know.
I'm gonna distillery up.
What's this?
That what is what? What is this what?
What does the church do?
What does the church do? You can pay when it activates, you can pay a coin to activate another building. Mm-hmm. Obviously not when you've done this turn. This turn. Not this round, obviously. This turn.
Don't like.
Do not like.
The mine wants to be... What does this symbol mean again?
4 victory points if it's completely surrounded.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's not going to be great. I'll try it.
It does let you build. I mean...
It's true.
It makes it far easier to build. So this actually doesn't seem too bad. Well, I don't have any copper yet.
You thought that was an Xbox controller? What?
What Xbox controller?
I don't know.
What do hipsters play with the Xbox?
I don't know.
I also don't know.
Not sure what Vernon's talking about.
A chosen activation number, so that's worth some decent points. Decent. I mean, I can make a 1 right now. So that seems pretty good. That I can make a 1. I just said that. Well, I mean, I could make a mine.
In the mine, in the mine, in the mine.
No. Sure. The mine. And a library pops out. 1 victory point for each unique number.
Oh.
In your town.
I got 2 numbers.
I have I could have 3 if you count the town hall.
I don't know if it counts the town hall.
I'm fairly sure.
All right, I will take the church. This pay a coin to... I don't remember what it does. It's probably fine.
All right, another Native American village pops up. Native settler village. We can each use a 6 one time. You gonna make me kill a thing? Kill a coin?
Yeah, for sure.
Coin killed. Take a victory point. Is that what you do?
That's what I get.
And I'm gonna pay a coin to build some stuff.
I'm paying a coin to also build some stuff.
right.
I can do both because of my person.
You can do both.
I just wanted to make
sixes?
sure everybody knew that.
Oh, yeah. 'Tis true. Seems good.
Does it? So
I think so.
Oil, if I have the most, it's good. If I have the most oil, it's good.
Yes.
That's a rail. That's oil. That's a rail. I think I like the rail better.
Boo.
Then I could put it next to the other rail.
Church up.
Church up. Church up.
Paying a gold. Taking the warehouse.
Whoa. Cotton. 5, that's... I'm gonna need the rules in a minute because I'm not good at this game. I don't want that to activate. So I need to use the 1. But what do I want?
Can't help with that.
What do I want? That's a red building. I don't really like it, but... My biggest problem is there's 2 5s, and I don't have any 5s out here.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big problem. It's a big problem.
It's a big something.
It's big something. Eh. Alright, I'll spend a coin and use the 1 as... Oh, I can use the 1 as a 6.
Yes.
Oh. No, I'll just go here and... This?
All right. You get 1 victory point for every 2, maximum 8.
Wow.
Maximum 8 victory points, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty nifty.
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 Nifter.
I mean, this seems really good. With a buttload of points.
Yeah, I probably should have done that.
Is that one I want to take? I could take the carpenter. I don't have anything that activates on a 5, which really, really sucks.
Born in a bard. Mayor.
Born in a bard? Were you born in a bard?
Mayor. I don't know if you heard or if you went over to Meeple Grande, but I had to think about your question the other day a lot. And I came up with dominant species marine for most disappointing game. Can I see the rules for a second, please? Can I hold them? Give them. Don't be.
You have to be specific.
Don't be like that.
Don't be like that. What's your question?
I wanted to read it.
What's the question? I know, it's weird to see her holding rules. Take a screenshot.
Shut it.
Take a screenshot. She's holding
Shut
them.
it. Here. Stop. Stop.
Why are you reading rules?
Stop.
What?
Stop.
Stop what? What?
Okay.
It's like Dan says, what? That's what it says. What it?
Is it me?
You? Did you activate the 5?
I did.
Then it's me as first player.
You.
Boop, boop,
You see me
boop.
rolling.
You hating? So what did you try? What did you want to do? You're trying to
Nothing.
ruin me? That's what you were
Yes.
trying to do? No.
Don't worry about
So
it.
sorry. That does not work.
Don't worry about it.
No. What are we going to do here?
Cry.
No. No crying here.
Ugh.
Things are going great.
Hard day.
I think so.
Don't take what I want.
Sorry. That's going to happen. The taking of what you want is going to happen. Yes, the taking of what you want is about to happen right now.
Probably.
Likely.
Yeah.
What is that? Might as well do this while you are... I'm going to build 2 because I can.
No. No.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Do this and get this dude.
It seems good. We have another saloon up. I like the saloon.
I'm gonna rotate my whole city like this, like so.
Seems good. Yes, it does.
Does it?
Yes, it does. Yep, that's gonna have to happen, I think.
Die barred with a vengeance. And barred.
Oh my goodness. Keeping your bard up. Gotta keep your bard up. Let's see, I get one. If I take this and I drop the number. Now I'm going to do this.
No, Michael.
Yes. Give
What's
you
this?
few options here. That would be carpenter.
I don't like it. I don't like any of this.
Actually, I should probably... Well, I don't have much choice. I have to put it right here. Even though it's next to another cotton.
Ah.
A saloon.
Yep.
Native American. That's 2 victory. This is I have to activate.
5 is pay a coin to build building.
Pay a coin to build a building.
Okay.
Looks like you might get the 4, but I'm definitely gonna get the 2.
The 4.
Town hall surrounded.
Likely. Yeah, my ability has been useless, so.
It's good.
No, not good.
I like it. How about a bunch of
Why?
5s? Wow, that's really
Why?
bad.
Jeez.
That's really bad.
It's not really bad. It's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I think what I should do is the 3 and activate my city. Meaning I can build for free.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da!
And then?
I get that.
And then?
This, which gets me $1.
Mm-hmm.
And then this, which gets me $2.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm done.
Woohoo.
The Barty Bunch.
Nice.
How about 5?
I think I'll take a 5.
Seems like a really good choice.
No.
No.
No. I don't think I'm going to get them surrounded.
Can I, like, re-roll?
No.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
That's not great at all.
No.
What?
It's weird, man. Hey, time roller.
When I build, can I activate something that I just built? When an effect lets you build a building, take an unbuilt tile in your town and turn it face up. Now it may be activated and claimed tiles may be placed adjacent to it.
Which one?
I'm saying if, okay, let's say I roll a 1 or whatever and I build something. Can I then activate that something that matches the number?
I would say yes.
If you would say yes, then I should probably boy, it's just this action just seems so good. What are you at? You're at 10 buildings of 15.
Barred to the bone.
Now, a lot of these things might actually be taken. Believe it or not.
It's true.
What was it? Bard Baba Dee Baba Die?
Yeah.
Was taken. Bard Baba Dee Baba Die was taken.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, surely that's not taken. And then, yes, it was taken. So.
That's really funny.
That's really funny.
That is really funny.
Really funny. I could also just claim this Native American place and just be done with it. Who cares? Just do it.
Do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
2 points per pink anywhere.
I think it's next to.
Mine. 2 if adjacent to at least 1 in. 1 per distillery. So, yeah. It's just so not great.
So.
1, 2, 3, 4. Gain 2 gold and 2 points is basically what that is. What are you doing?
Crying.
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 Paying 1.
Whoa.
Putting this in.
I don't
Did I pay the 1?
No.
Thought I paid the 1.
I don't know.
Oh well, I'll just pay another one. Is that what you wanted? No.
I don't know what I want.
Clearly not what you
I
wanted.
don't know what I want. I either want the mine. I forgot, how did the rails score?
Contiguous?
Yeah. Just 1 point each?
Yes.
It's not great.
Largest contiguous? Yes.
Fine.
Fine.
I'll do it.
Do it.
Look, you get a 5. Why couldn't I get a 5?
Get a 5 what? Here?
Yeah.
Not going to matter because I can't build it. Not quickly enough.
Bard hopping.
For 1, I am going to activate it as a 4. I'm going to pay 1 to get 2 victory points. I am then going to get 4 coins. 5 coins. Dang. All right, now we activate 5. Which has to be a 5. Whoops. Yeah, do that. Build. Sure, why not?
I'm rolling this time.
You're rolling just so we don't end up with a bunch of 5s?
Like all the 5s every time.
Oh, yeah, it is every time.
It's ridiculous.
It's guaranteed every time. Wow, that's very loud. How about these?
Do you like 3s better?
I'm gonna have to.
You're like, nope.
Gonna have to. Well, let's do this. First off, take it away from you.
No.
Did it. And then we're gonna replace it with an N.
I do kind of want an N.
It does not suck.
Man. I don't even know what the N does. I have to spend a point and a money to do something.
The N, you spend a point and a victory point to claim a tile from this column, whatever the activation number is. So the 6
Not bad.
would have been nice before.
It's like, okay, so if I put that in the middle hole right here, then I'm going to miss out on my chance.
That's correct.
And it's just like, or I could put it here, I guess. It's not. Oh, it is a rail. All right, fine. I'll just do it.
Fine, I'll just do it.
Pay 1 to take this.
Bringing out another saloon.
Saloon.
I better start building things.
Mayor of Canada. He's like really thinking about this for you.
Is he? Oh, barred worse than his bite. He needs to see if they're available is the thing. Is that what I want? I mean, it is. I mean, you're still working on stuff.
Am I?
Yeah, you're still working on stuff.
Yeah. I am.
You are still working on stuff. I've got to do this while it's available. No coin. Another N for you.
An N.
With a 4.
Okay. Do I want 3s to activate at the end, or do I want 6s to activate? That's the question.
We get nothing for coins, I'm guessing.
God, it's so bad. It's so bad. Is that true?
No. 1 for 3 coins.
Okay.
Well, that seems good.
Yeah. I've just been spending coins, so... I think I kind of want you to discard coins.
You mean 1 coin?
If I do that, yeah.
Yeah.
3.
That's a third of a victory point you're changing there.
Shut it.
Just pointing it out.
Shut it. Where are all the rails? Like,
No
why?
rails.
I'm spending 1 to take this.
Seems good.
Alright.
No, negative. You cannot place it there.
I want to.
Nope. Cannot do it.
Fine.
You cannot.
You cannot.
Not allowed. What are you... Oh, you're scooching it. Alright, another end comes out. And then we can activate a 6.
Spending 1 to flip that over. And the other 6, you have to lose a coin.
Okay. Did it.
Did it. Okay.
Rolling.
Roll.
You want some 5s?
No. So if I do that,
What do you... That what?
if I do that wanted, if I put something here and, you know, turn them over
then,
or whatever,
And you know.
can I then later place something in there? Like once I've already have the card and it's done?
Seems so, yeah, sure, whenever you've got it.
Sure. I like that.
Sure.
4s. 4s seem good. Could activate some 4s in my town. Could get... Yeah, you know what? I think
What?
I will activate 4s. I get to build that. And then I get $1. But I'm going to spend the $1 to activate anything in here, which will be this. Which is $1, $2, $3.
So $3.
Yeah.
Seems good.
I need money. I'm running out.
Mm-hmm.
Bard Stormer. A bard nut to crack. Doing bard time. Oh my god. Hey, Alex. Sorry. We
Alex,
missed it.
subscribe.
Thanks for the subscription.
Hey, yay, Old West Empresario.
Yay, you actually know what it is.
A lot of people don't know what it is.
Use the 4s, Luke.
He said, which one's my favorite? It's got to really speak to me. I've got a lot of suggestions written down upstairs.
A lot.
And you know, it's something that I got to live with for at least 2 months. And so that's the catch. Is there is that.
It was not one of the ones I sold this weekend. It made the cut. Nice. The question is, what did you sell? Hey.
What? Well, then you've got to get that one. And hey, you've got to put it where you don't want it.
I don't want it.
Yeah, I know.
You don't know. Alright, so I can do 2, 4, 3.
Yep.
Or in other words, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
Boo. Boo. There's no rails out there. What's that about?
Can't answer that.
I think I probably would need to use a 2. It's not great though, you know what I mean? It's not great.
No, I do not know what you mean.
It's not great. Ugh. Well, that's a red one. No. No, no, no.
No, 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 no.
All right. I'll do it. I finished it.
Finished it. Yes, you did.
I get a point, and I get to spend $1 to activate any of my buildings, which will be...
It'll be...
If anything, just get $3, but... yeah, I'll just get $3. Sure.
Seems good. Can take a 2 or a 3.
Bartender is his favorite so far.
Well, this is the thing. I don't drink. So bartender doesn't call to me.
Yeah. You sold 150 games?
Nice.
How come I can't sell 150 games?
You should have sold them to us.
I know. It's maybe you
if you
had
sold
a
them,
really
maybe
good
they were really low prices.
bargain.
Yeah, exactly.
Bargain.
Gosh. Spending 1 to drop it to a 1. I'm going to do 1 to build and 1 to free build. Flipping both of these over. Claiming this one. And then I'm going to get 2 coins back. I believe that does it for that. Now only a 3 left.
Activating a 3. I can build. Nope. Oh, I get 3 coins. Can you pass me 1 coin? Actually, 2 coins. Okay, because I get 3 and I get 1.
Did it?
Yep.
Me first.
You first.
Did it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 3, 4.
I don't like what's out there.
Neither do I.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
One Betty. $400 attendees and you sold 150 games? Seems really good. Are you winning? I don't know if I'm winning.
Oh, it was me first.
Yep.
Well, there's no question what I have to do.
I needed that.
That will tie me for that. So unless one miraculously pops up, you ain't getting it.
It might.
Oh, so I get a victory point, and I can spend a coin to activate a building.
Yeah.
Spend a coin to activate. It will likely be the one that gives me 3 coins. 1 for each surrounding. Since I don't have any coins to activate the 2 victory points, which would be really good. You.
Me. Yeah. Sure.
You gonna extend it or you gonna finish it?
Oh, it's probably going to get finished. I just don't know.
That'd be fantastic.
Oh my god. So then I'm going to extend it.
That'll also be fantastic.
I should do this. Sure.
Putting it right there. I will take the 3, turning it into a 4. That cost me a coin. Then it's going to cost me a coin to get 2 victory points. And I'm going to get a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I took that last time, that town hall dollar. Should technically be one more, but I don't think it would matter because I have 7, not 6.
Well, I need to use a 1 because...
Slap a leg.
Got to. Alright, let's do that. Take that.
So you are going to extend it. No, flip that thing. What are you doing?
What do you mean I'm
cheater?
going to extend it?
That's not 15.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we're going to activate the town hall with this, right?
Oh, yeah. So it could. So you going to finish it?
Man, I don't know.
Man. It is going to make a difference, too, because I could have... That would have been a 9th coin.
You probably decide first.
Could I get that town hall dollar from activating my 4s before? Remember when I got 5? It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't get that 6th. Yes? All right.
I guess I should wait another round.
It's up to you.
All right, I'll just take $3.
Just taking
We'll
$3.
go one more. Go one more, another. So.
Do you want this?
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Taking $3 gives you 2 points. So.
Yeah, then that seems like a good plan.
I would have rather it finished, I think. I'm not sure. Roll them. I like this a lot. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4.
All right. 4 is good. Activating all the 4s seems like something I want to do. 4s. I get to turn that over.
Okay.
4. I get to pay to do another building. Well, I don't have to do it in that order. I could do this first. Pay.
Make sure you track.
Yeah, I am. Pay to flip that.
Where's that?
Done and done.
All right.
Now I pay to activate either this or this. I might as well pay $1 to get 2 points.
Okay. Whoa.
Whoa.
Don't cheat.
And I can do this. Pay a point and $1.
Yeah. To take a 4.
To take a 4.
Good luck.
This immediately, if I activate it, will...
If you activate it.
Yeah.
How are you going to activate it?
At the end of Town Hall?
Oh, if you do that. If you activate that, yes. What I want.
If I build it. Hey, Mom.
Hello, Mom.
How's it going? Bye, Mayor.
I think my best plan is to $1 up. So that cost $1. $1 gives me 2 points.
$1 up.
And I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. You.
So stupid. So dumb.
I don't understand.
Don't worry about it.
All right, I'm not worrying about it.
Cool. All right, I get 2s and 3s. We want cotton sporadically. But I only have 1 cotton anyway, so it's like, it doesn't matter.
2 points. That's an extra point.
We'll take that.
Seems good. I'm going to spend $1 to increase that by 1. Spending $1 to get 2 victory points and claiming 6 again.
Actually, I should just discard it for money because it doesn't make sense. I can't activate it with anything that's left.
Okay.
So. All right, we get to do that.
We get to activate a 2.
A 2.
It really doesn't help me any.
I'm going to
For $1, I guess.
That to get 2 points, and I will spend that to activate this. Or build it, I suppose.
Did it?
All right.
All right.
That's it. That's
Nothing
my
left but the
lovely
crying.
town. It's my town. It's where I like to be.
Mayor's internet is dying. All right, I need a nice pen.
Okay.
That would work.
I
How
need
about
it
an
back,
M?
though.
What?
I need it back because it's. I mean, not right now.
Okay.
When you're done.
Settlements. Hey, we each get 4. That's fantastic. Yay, thanks.
Whatever. You stole my green.
I did steal it. In.
5.
No. Adjacent.
4.
Got it. I'm like, where is the other one? I need something to write on. I have this fine coaster. Mine. 1. You get 1 point.
4.
Wow. 12 to 5 for those of you keeping score at home. Distillery.
1.
1, 2, 3. Really? 3? I get 3, you get 1. Seems like a lot of work for that distillery. Saloon.
I don't think I have a saloon.
I have 3 points worth of saloons.
Where is the saloon?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. I got 1.
You do have 1. Carpenter. I have 1 carpenter.
1 point. 1 point.
For being next to a church?
Yep.
Didn't get that dude surrounded? No.
No.
Neither of them. Church. 1.
3.
Yeah. You do get 3. Nothing. Civic. That's a lot for me.
Me.
I'm just pointing it out. Civic is a lot for...
3.
Well, that's 1.
4, 5, 6.
3 for this.
Yep. 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess, if we're not counting that.
I don't know. Unique activation number represented in your town. Check the geek while we continue. You have 7, maybe 8.
Yeah.
I'll put a little 7 and a little plus sign next to it. This is worth 5. This is worth 6 because I have 2 sets. 5 and 6 is 11. This is going to win on 4s. So that's 12, 13, 14, maybe 15. Plus 1 for every 2 of these. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 plus, depending on what the forum says.
Town hall does not count.
All right. Does town hall count for mine?
No. It included in this. Courthouse is not included as well.
Courthouse is not included in...
Do you have the courthouse?
Is not included for what?
The town hall does not count towards it.
Towards... Okay, it. I've got 3 different its going on here. What is it? Town hall does not count for unique numbers? Well, there's no unique number on it. So that doesn't apply. So I don't know what you're talking about here. I don't know what courthouse does not count for it.
Does the town hall count towards scoring the courthouse, where you get 1 VP for each tile of the chosen activation number?
Okay, so it's not that the courthouse doesn't count. The town hall doesn't count for the courthouse. Not that the courthouse doesn't count for the courthouse.
The town hall does not count towards the courthouse.
And the town hall does not count towards the unique number.
Correct.
The town hall does or does not count towards this.
Yeah, it's that type of building.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it count towards the other things? I don't know. Undertaker.
-3.
Building subtotal. 21, 25, 28, 31, 32, 36 for me. 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12 is 22. Victory points for rails in one group, 2.
5.
Nice. Groups of cotton, 1.
1.
You have one group of cotton? Wow.
Got 1
Just
cotton.
Splashed it right in there. Who has the most oil? I have 2.
I have 4. Or is it a group or?
No, most
total?
oil.
I have 4.
You have 4 oil for 4 points. I have 2 oil for 1 point. Victory points for something.
Is it cards?
I think gold and silver cards is what that is.
Yeah.
6.
11.
Nice. Cowboy money. The 5, 10. I have 18 for 6 points.
2 points.
2 points. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 victory points.
9.
9 victory points. 11 and 9 is 20, 42, 51, 52, 54 for Steph.
Yeehaw!
36, 50, 62, 64, 66 to 50. It is a almost identical points flip from the last time we played. A nearly identical.
It's pretty good. I didn't use my person once. Like, really. I mean,
I didn't use mine either.
It was just... yeah, right. You did. At the beginning of the game.
The beginning of the game.
So, yeah. That's Old West Empresario.
We're still on this.
Who won?
Yeah, now you have to say... Yeah, now you have to say it. That's Old West Empresario.
He won.
Did I?
Wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Or was it me? I don't think it was
I don't
me.
know. Let's check the bragging rights. Oh, well, looks like it's me.
Yeah, I definitely think this is a keeper. It's pretty good. I like the dice drafting. I like the city building.
So obviously, you know, I do remember playing it, and now I remember all the fun it is to play it and put all of the little, fill everything up with your grid and all the different victory conditions, because, you know, those victory conditions and character powers change everything every game. At the start of the game, you're given 2 to choose from, so you actually chose the one you didn't use. You did too use that, because you did activate leftover buildings.
A few
you were
times.
Like, oh, you got rid of a coin. I'm like, I need a coin.
I only did that like once.
Yeah,
so that building was not worth it. We didn't roll any 6s.
Let me tell you about the one time that I couldn't activate my ditch a coin to get 2 points, which for me is 3 points because of my Census Bureau. You literally, that one coin ruined me for 3 points.
Well, good. It was good then.
Yeah, this is in my top 2 or 3 favorite Old West games. Well,
nice.
Probably ours too, because we brought it out for Old West night.
That's true.
So, yeah, this checks all the boxes for me. It's not so many ways to score points that it's just a mishmash of things that don't really fit together. All of these things seem to make logical sense. You want mines next to the inns and the distilleries. You want the inns next to the native settlements. You want the civic buildings that will work off of each other. You want saloons to be next to distilleries. You want carpenters to have stuff built around it. The undertakers, you don't want him next to anything. The church, you want out by the open land areas. And it all makes logical sense.
Yeah.
That to me really does things for it. Especially when it's not just, oh, hey, and then I tap this to get, this. I lose these 2 resources to gain this many victory points, and no. I mean, those games they're fine, they're engines and stuff, but this seems to the puzzle's a lot better, and it's not just point salad.
Right.
I don't think
so. I mean, you're really trying to get buildings to line up next to other buildings and get points.
And locations and sets. With that warehouse making sets of, there's interesting decisions in that, okay, do I take that die from you? And you did hate draft some dice away from me.
Definitely
you
did.
Absolutely, and you had to. At the start, to take away those ones, it was so good to do that. You have to.
Yeah.
But it's not like you're giving away anything. You're like, okay, do I claim the oil to get that oil advantage, or do I grab that native settlement to get that advantage? And I jumped on that at the same moment that I knew you couldn't grab the native settlement out here, and you left yourself a hole that you wanted to keep for your points.
Well, I mean, it was a risk I had to take.
And that was a good calculated risk. Were there any left in the deck? Probably. Yep. 5 tiles down, there was another one.
Plus, Empresario is an interesting word. I agree.
Yeah, because so if they had just named this Old West, is it memorable of a name? There's all sorts of these games that they don't really
fantasy realms.
They don't really draw you into, hey, you need to play. It's not just generic. People will remember Impresario.
Right. I agree.
So, anyway, yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah.